Women's hormones are very complex, making their testing quite difficult. Many patients undergo standard testing to find that their results are normal, but they continue to have abnormal symptoms. In this quick video, I'm going to review a specialty test that allows us to do a more comprehensive evaluation of women's hormones, oftentimes finding the root cause of their symptoms. I'll also review an estrogen metabolite test, which is very important for patients on hormone replacement therapy to ensure that they're properly metabolizing their treatment. The CycleMap test allows us to measure your hormones throughout your entire cycle, which is very different from standardized tests that only get 1 day of sampling. In these standard tests, we can oftentimes miss an abnormality in your hormones. This allows us to detect the root cause issue of your hormone imbalance. Let's take a closer look at the results. In this graph, we can see normal results and the natural fluctuation of estrogen and progesterone throughout the menstrual cycle. You can also see why standardized sampling of just 1 day could oftentimes miss abnormal results. Let's take a closer look at a common abnormality found in this test called estrogen dominance. Estrogen dominance is one of the most common abnormalities of hormone imbalance in women. It is due to an excess of estrogen in the early part of the menstrual cycle, and is often associated with heavy bleeding, cramping, water retention, and breast tenderness. It is easily diagnosed with a CycleMap test. Let's take another look at an abnormality called a luteal phase defect, in which progesterone is deficient in the later half of the cycle. The second most common abnormality is something called a luteal phase defect, which is just a fancy way of saying you don't have enough progesterone at the end of your cycle. It causes a lot of irregular periods and oftentimes infertility. It is also associated with elevated testosterone levels in a condition called PCOS. This can be easily diagnosed using a CycleMap test. Many women don't realize that they metabolize their estrogen, and an abnormal metabolism can be the root cause of their issues. The metabolism of estrogen is also important, as abnormal metabolites can increase your risk of things like breast cancer and uterine cancer. This testing becomes extremely important in patients on hormone replacement therapy to ensure that they're properly metabolizing their treatment. If you're interested in undergoing a thorough evaluation of your hormones through specialty testing like the CycleMap test and estrogen metabolite test, give us a call today to book your initial consultation.